Today marks 1599 day of daily lessons, day reflections, and today I speak about again about context and five different areas of context that we need to understand to really put ourselves in the best position to succeed. Yesterday I said that the most successful people are obsessed with context. They are always looking how to position themselves in a better context so they could win. They leverage things. And context is something that you can leverage. And today, should five things that you need to consider to ask yourselves: does my context supporting me or dragging me down? So number one is environment context, where you are. As I said yesterday, that's a beautiful analogy. If a flower doesn't bloom, is not nourished, it might be died. That's something that's exactly with people. People are like flowers. If you not nourish it, if not, and put in the wrong environment, they will not bloom. That's why we need to ask like what kind of place you are in right now, and even city. I truly believe sometimes when you are in a bad city that is not moving, there's nothing happening at all. It's harder. It's harder. I lived in quite few different cities, and I know that the networking events, business events, a lot of things happening in one city and nothing happening in another. So which one is easier to succeed? Where less is happening or is more is happening? Now, is it possible to really succeed in a city where is less happening? Yes, for sure, 100%. But it's easier to succeed in a city that's moving? Yes, for sure. So when we think about leverage and succeeding in life, why we need to put ourselves in a positions that where it's harder to succeed? So you ask, okay, what kind of environments would allow me to succeed? That's extremely important. Number two is social context, and that is who you are around. And this is extremely important. I would love to start that wrong social environment punishes growth. Punishes growth. And this is just, I'm not saying it lightly. I'm not saying it lightly. Because I know that sometimes people believe that they are not influenced by other people, but it's almost impossible to be fully 100% not influenced. Now, I know that sometimes we do not have full control of the people that we are around, and we need to really be very creative how to remove the damage, how to reduce the time that we spend in those socials, and how to include more people that are from better socials. Because when you have with people who build things, think big, go and execute, solve problems, and you see how they do that, you you are you are exposed to that. I really love the word exposed to different ways of doing. Again, it becomes so much more easier to really go after your own dreams. So we need to leverage social context just to make sure that we're able to really move better. Because the wrong environments and social might be a ceiling. And sometimes, if you have a good ceiling, the good social context that could become a foundation to move. Number three, timing context. When you are acting, and this is extremely important as well, in different ways. And probably you already know some ideas are genius based on the timing, and some are bad. Because I think about the same idea, the same business idea. At some point, it could be too early, ignored. People are not capable to really handle that idea yet. Even AI was created in 1990. Even a lot of ideas was created very early, and not people not able to execute on that for a long time. So that means if you are on the right time, explore success. If you are already too late, that means that you will be irrelevant again. So timing is extremely important, just being especially in life as well for your own being as well. I think I truly believe in seasons. Everyone has seasons. It has a spring when everything you want to grow, you want to improve, you want to plant seeds. Then there's summer when there's a lot of nourishing, there's a growing, and there's like autumn when you're supposed to really go out before and harvest things. And then again, you need to reflect on after harvest what you did right, what you did wrong. And I think that we need to understand that there's timings that in everything in life. And it says, is this right time? And sometimes we need just to really be still for a very short period of time, just to make sure that we're able to really be at the right. Number four is internal context, and this is very unique. Your current state. Your current state. I learned that and I think that is extremely important to really sometimes, again, including the topic of timing. Sometimes the best thing is pursuing internal state to develop context internally. Maybe we are in a nervous system stage where we are shut down. We're not able to really handle things. And then pursuing big things in that moment might be sabotaging you. But now, if you invest everything to make yourself still, make yourself stable, make yourself be calm, present, peaceful, at that moment you developed your state in a way that now you're able to execute from groundedness, from confidence, from courage, from perseverance, rather from fear, from doubt, from securities, from anxiety. And developing your inner state is actually important. And sometimes, of course, we're able to look into even your daily state. Did you exercise? Did you sleep? Did you take care of yourself? Did you take care of your energy? And I think that if we not take care of our internal state and we're not looking as something that is extremely important, our decisions will be foggy. Because better internal state allows us to make better choices. And when we act on those choices and we compound over time, leads to massive differences. The last one, number five, is strategic context. What you actually playing. What is the true game that you are on? I think it's extremely important to understand that sometimes you say, I want more money. And maybe I will trade more time for what I do. Maybe work harder. Maybe we'll chase promotions. Or maybe we can potentially look into a total different way. Maybe I could really develop the skill set, high income skill set. Maybe I'm able to leverage my time somehow. Maybe I'm able to leverage other people. Maybe I'm able to leverage money. And it's a beautiful topic of leverage. And there's all successful people, and I look into billionaires can speak. What is the key to success in financial success? Is leverage. Leverage. And it's a beautiful thing how to leverage things in life. And that's again strategic game that you make. What is the context? What I am pursuing right now. And when you know exactly the clarity what you've been pursuing, I think it's much easier to succeed. I think there's more context, but I think that's the most important part to understand. Like, okay, what areas do I need to check? What is going on in my life to understand that my context in life, including timing, internal state, social, and environment, all those are helping me, elevating me to achieve success rather than maybe putting even neutral or maybe even downgrading. Because it could be that your environment is negative, it could be neutral, and it could be positive. And if we have a choice to build our context, our environment, why not build that is positive? So it will be so much easier to really make things happen when you have an environment and context that is helping you to move forward. So I hope you just win and see you tomorrow.